Are you a fan of Alien, The Thing, or True Detective Night Country? Want a chilling story to listen to on those cold winter nights? Then you need to tune into The White Vault, a fully voiced horror fiction podcast from the folks at Fool and Scholar Productions. The award-winning found-footage show centers around an international rescue and repair team sent to discover the source of a mysterious signal at a remote Arctic research station. The weather takes a turn for the worse, the team becomes trapped, and you guessed it, spookies ensue. Check out The White Vault, available for free on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe now and discover the unimaginable horrors that await beneath the ice.
Yes.
I think that's a good place to start. Sandworms, my fellow ring wraiths. George Lucas, Marty and I were discussing whether or not Shai Halud just meant sandworm, and I think it does.
It does just mean sandworm. So you said sandworm, my fellow ring wraiths.
And I thought that Shai Halud was Paul, was like the chosen.
He's got a lot of different names. Lisan Al Gaib is the big one.
How do you know all these things?
They're very funny, and I saw the film once, and I really enjoyed it.
Volume too low for Jack. Okay, I have turned my volume up. Now my volume should be approximately equal to Marty. Now that I've turned my volume up. What do we think? Everybody?
You always sound great in my ears.
There you go. Thank you, Tiberius. I appreciate that. Hey, we're back. We're back with some Elden Ring. Getting ready for the DLC. I am bringing Boggart, this man right here, into the DLC. Blackguard Big Boggart, which Oh, go ahead.
No, this is literally the file you're going to take into the DLC. So you're like kind of playing to a point of no return, and then you're going to use this character, or do you mean you're going to like re-roll a similar character?
No. Like this is the character. This is the character I want. I love these. These are some of my favorite weapons in the game because they're just big, dumb metal things on your fists, and I love it. So it's just strength. That is my. It's just a strength build, and I have the Crag Blade, Ash of War, which does that, which you can barely see through the fist, but now my fists are rocky. Oh, there you can see some rocks on my wrists, which will do extra poise damage, extra strength damage. My favorite Ash of War, and this character is awesome. Like, look at these. These are Patch's pants, but I just like Patch's pants better.
Sure, yeah, they're wonderful. So you're a pure when it comes to sort of armor, you don't care about the stats. You just want to fashion souls.
Oh, just fashion souls.
Even like a first time through the game when you're still like 100%. Figuring things out.
I will, like, if a boss is giving me grief, if an area is giving me grief, I will do a temporary quick change.
Sure.
Just to get through a swamp area or whatever. But no, I love fashion souls. And look at this, by the way, like, it's a button-down shirt.
You look very cool.
Model. Yeah.
I will say you look extremely cool.
I'm a goddamn runway model here.
No, kind of what you look like is, like artists like Skechers and stuff have that like wooden model of a body a lot of people have on their desk that you can like all the joints and stuff. You kind of look like that, to where you're very just like you don't have hands, you just have little circles. Your head is just an oval. You probably don't have genitals like a Ken doll. That's what I'm picturing for this.
No, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And that's what I like the mask. My first playthrough, I played as like the prisoner who starts with that weird big goofy mask, because I think big goofy masks are funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, this is it. Strength build. I'm going to go grab the spiked version of these because I might want to bleed build, but we'll see. But we'll see. So everybody, this is it. Our big goal for this stream is we need to decide on a spirit ash.
Oh yeah. That's right.
There's lots.
Have you made? Yeah, there's a lot of good choices.
There's lots of good choices. My goal was to theme it because I am Blackguard Big Boggart, not Blackguard. There's no space. Blackguard, sure. Blackguard Big Boggart, and a blackguard is someone who is devious, someone who is a shyster.
Okay, so you want something that matches that?
That matches that, and a Big Boggart.
And isn't mimicked here?
No, I don't want to use a mimic
Okay,
tier.
I'm just answering questions before people ask.
No, and that's a fair question to ask. I'm not going to use a mimic tier. That seems too much. Big Boggart's backstory. The basics of Big Boggart's backstory
Sure.
is he was a prisoner, and we don't know whether he escaped prison or whether he was released from prison. And I think because I killed him, I can't continue the Dung Eater's quest, so we can't get the Dung Eater.
Dung Eater, the puppet, Dung Eater puppet, or
the
whatever.
Dung Eater puppet, which would make the most sense as they were cellmates.
Sure. Oh, canonically?
Canonically, they were cellmates, and that's why like his backstory is intertwined with the Dung Eater's quest line.
And I infer then that we've eaten poo at some point.
No, well, and so that's the other thing is
a little.
No, actually, he was friends with the Dung Eater until he discovered the Dung Eater's secret, that the Dung Eater eats people's colon basically.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Sometimes you're friends with someone and then they cross the line. And you're like, okay, we can't do this.
Yeah.
Young Sheldon, you're blowing off plans for young Sheldon. We're not. We can't do this anymore. I'm sorry.
Dung Sheldon, exactly.
Young Sheldon.
Yes, not young Sheldon. This is the Dung Sheldon run. Pumpkinhead was a thought of mine, as Pumpkinhead is kind of like the evolved version of this.
Yeah.
The Pumpkinhead Spirit Ash. Because I was a prisoner, like there's some soldier spirit ashes.
Sure.
There's the nomad ashes, which are, like the what do you call them? The merchants are the nomads.
I was a big Lucille the Headless. Was that her name? Lucille?
Oh, yes. That's a really fun one.
That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Didn't have a head.
So yeah.
So what did you settle on something, or you still
no. This is part of the conversation that we all need to have here.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me open up my other tab real quick.
Okay.
And let's just see where the closest one is.
Oh, that's always good to have.
So the nomad ashes are in the. Actually, we could go down to the sewers right now. Ooh, actually, that's a good idea. You know what? Let's get some dung. Let's get some dung and then go down to the sewers.
And let's eat it. And then let's go back to our prawn pot and let's eat it and see if
nummy num nums.
He had a lot of great points. Speaking of a lot of great points, _X1A with a pair of donations.
What?
And they're two halves of the same message. Thank you so much, _. Looking forward to finally catching more live streams, at least in audio format, driving a septic truck. You make my job suck less. Ooh. Driving a septic truck, you know who would love that? The Dung Eater. I put that hose right in my mouth. And _ following it up with the second half of it. As a recovering addict, I feel like this donation and the ones that follow hold a special place in my heart, as catching second wind has truly helped me catch my second wind. That's incredible.
Hey,
that's an incredible
sometimes
message.
You need that. You just need a little distraction, and we are good at being distractions.
If we're good at one thing and one thing only, it is that. So appreciate that.
Definitely appreciate that.
Yeah. Pure Pyro with a €2 dono. What do you think about the themes in Elden Ring? Do you really dig into that? Are you a big loresman? Do you like thinking about the story?
I don't like thinking about the story, but I do love me a good theme. I assume you're talking about the story themes and not the score, which I also
think about the themes in Elden Ring. I assume story themes, possibly the music.
But I'm one of the reasons why I love the series, the Soulsborne series, is because the grander themes of entropy, of everything ending. No matter what, is kind of like the futility of keeping going against such opposition. But of course, that's the point. The point is that we choose to keep going, despite.
Very fitting with the emotional arcs of the game players have. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, that's what makes me replay these games over and over and over again. Is thinking about those themes and how powerful they are. So
there you go. Lampy with 250 bits over on Twitch. A second Marty and Jack stream. How many goats were sacrificed for this? Congratulations, Scraw. Congratulations. I got that. I got the back part of that. That was Neon
Scraw?
Genesis Evangelion.
Oh.
There's a scene where all the characters clap and say congratulations, and then it cuts to a penguin character who goes "Scraw!" and then the next person says congratulations. So yeah,
I did not know this.
yeah. Well, there you go. We all learned something today.
I don't know if that was important to learn Evangelican lore, but I'll take it.
This weekend, if there's one Evangelion weekend, happy Easter, everybody. George Lucas, 200 bits. Shadows of the Erdtree trailer suggests that you enter the DLC by interacting with Mikala's egg. How about we go there and fight Mog, Lord of the Blood? A plan for a stream.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember how to get back up into this into these buildings, because up in these buildings is some poopy that we got to grab.
Oh, we gotta get the poopy.
Also, my controller's shoulder button might be dying, as for some reason I'm having a hard time doing my light swings, and
That's not good.
This is my very nice Xbox Elite controller.
Oh, that's annoying.
So for some reason I got to hit that shoulder button a couple times before I start swinging.
This is not the kind of game where you can't go in relying on your buttons to actually work.
Right. So that's going to be some fun tests that we do later. Yeah. It's definitely not working a bunch.
100% of the time. Jesus.
Oh boy. Well, that's all right.
Lampy with another 100 bits. How sad, no Ghost Train for the hype train.
No Ghost
RIP
Train?
Ghost Train. That's also Lampy keeps donating and then referencing my personal streams, and then I feel like I have to explain them, and that's terrible. It's truly awful. And Lampy back with another 100 bits. Jack, when will you start manufacturing the control you have on the screen next to your name? The ergonomics look amazing. I bet that one shoulder buttons work. So.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, like look. It works some of the time. Oh, well, now it's working every time.
Oh, it just had a little stage fright.
Oh, there we go. See? It works some of the time. Well, that's upsetting. That's all right. Okay, we're going to get some poopy. We're going to go down to the sewers, and we're going to see if we can interact with the Dung Eater to get the Dung Eater spirit ashes. Because I think that'll be that's a good option.
Mm-hmm.
The Dung Eater spirit ashes are a good option. Where do I need to go now? Where do I need to go now? It's been a while since I've just like hung out in the city.
In the capital, yeah.
Usually this is one of those run past because it's useless.
Yeah.
So
And
we're gonna
it's
find
like
out.
by virtue of the game, like I've played up to the capital city way more than I've played past the capital city. Just by sometimes I'll start up a run and then kind of just like halfway through I'll be like, oh, I'm not gonna actually finish this, and so like everything in the first 3 continents I have a lot of replays of.
Absolutely. Oh, okay. Oh, I think this is it though. I think this is where the poopy be.
Beautiful. Where the poopy be.
There it is. The seedbed curse.
Oh, beautiful.
See, look at this man's crotch, all bloody. The seedbed curse is mine. The seedbed crotch.
Beautiful. George Lucas with 100 bits. On Orlando, Ethereal, the Ring City, Landell. What say you is the best city across the Souls games?
Oh, I think Marty and I have talked about this before. We all agree that Majula has the best vibes.
Yeah, 100% best vibes. And that's like the one who's like that theme. I can like that is when I think of any Souls game, I think of the Majula theme song.
Sure.
Yeah. What about the big cities, the big capitals? You're on Orlando's. Like you're on Orlando's, you're bringing cities.
Ooh.
Capital.
Ooh.
I always have an honor Orlando. I think maybe because it was like my first biggie.
Yeah.
I always have fond memories of Honor Orlando, even though when you go to it, obviously it looks Spartan and compared to a place like this. But
Oh yeah, I mean that's just going to be.
yeah, I mean, if we're talking just or all from games though, Yarnum's probably like that's a cool place.
That was like Yarnum was a cool place that also made a little bit of sense as far as like a distorted city.
Yeah, yeah.
So I dug that. What else? Honor the vista, right, of On Orlando is like you're in this old ruined bullshit and you come across like an actual city of On Orlando. It's like, oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, it's the good shit right
It's
there.
the good shit.
Yeah, except for those men who throw the spears, they are or no, the arrows, the big old archers, not the good shit. They're the opposite of the good shit.
Yeah, the big old archers suck,
Yeah.
but that's also par for the course of,
There you go.
of any Souls game.
And Fungus Binder with a 5-bit dono. Some say that having to explain the congratulations goof over and over makes it less funny. Those people would be wrong.
Oh,
You monster. And Lampy with 200 bits for Fungus Finder's message being suppressed for speaking the truth. I like how there's like a conversation going on in chat that like 4 people get. But those 4 people love it.
those 4 people love the hell out of it. Absolutely.
Jack, a lot of people this week have asked me, what does Jack think about Dragon's Dogma 2? Everyone knows you have a storied relationship with Dragon's Dogma 1. Have you jumped into 2? Do you have any desire to jump into 2?
From what I have heard, I do not. I have not jumped into Dragon's Dogma 2, and from what I have heard, I do not want to jump into Dragon's Dogma 2. Because to me, it looks like the exact same positives and negatives of Dragon's Dogma, which is a game that I have started and never finished maybe 3-4 times.
Sure. And you've like always kind of played to like the halfway, like 3/4 mark, and then just stopped.
Yeah,
right?
then just stopped because it has some of the most amazing moments I can think of as far as like video games, and like coming across a basilisk in the woods and climbing all over that bullshit and having some amazing fights, some really fun powers, some really fun like teamwork aspects, and then like the story I hate so much. And they force you to play a lot of the story. To
the way it unlocks the environment.
yes,
Like, yeah.
you can't progress in the areas unless you do story specific missions, which I know is normal in a lot of games, but I hate it. I think it's bullshit.
Yeah. It's I'm having a very very rocky relationship with Dragon's Dogma 2. I go from like really loving it and admiring it to like being really frustrated by it and feeling like, oh, they tried to do a lot, and where they succeed it's incredible, and where they don't succeed it's so glaringly apparent. Which I guess I would rather have than just like a bland 7 out of 10 game. Like I would almost rather have a game that like is a 9 to me at some points and a 4 to me at other points.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, like its story is definitely not something I care about at all. But the stories that have like emerged from the gameplay are things where I'm like, ooh, this is some next level shit.
And I think like that was Dragon's Dogma as well, where that emergent storytelling, or or however you call that.
Yeah.
The moments, right? Like the moments were beautiful. Hey, could you die real quick and not kill me? Thank you.
Oh. These little weenies.
There we go. Yeah, and it's like overall, Dragon's Dogma is that classic like 50%, where I cannot recommend that game. Oh, pardon me, fully to anyone. But that 50% that is good is so good.
yeah, and it's interesting to have games like I just played through The Last Guardian, and that's how I felt, or replayed The Last Guardian. That's how I felt, where I'm like, at moments this is brilliant, and other times it's like the most frustrating shit you can imagine.
Right. Right.
Which some people, honestly, me included, I'm kind of fine to push through the mediocre or the bad to get to those good nuggets. But I completely understand if you have like limited time to be like, I can't be wasting my time on this frustrating shit.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot
Yeah.
of it. That's a lot of it for me. So, but the good, and so you want to say like 50%, but maybe 60% is good. But I don't know. It's all bullshit. Everything is bullshit all the time.
Wow, you
Yeah.
heard it here first. Beast March for the $2 dono. Thank you so much, Beast March. Getting the Dung Eater Spirit Ash is truly evil. Well, you know what? We're not. We never said we're a good person in this world.
Right.
Good people don't survive in this world.
And Blackguard Big Boggart is very specifically a bad person.
Yeah,
It's in the name.
yeah. You might think shrimp salesman. You must be a great person, and you'd be incorrect.
Remember, like when you first meet him in the game, he stole a necklace off of a hunchback girl, right? Like
Yeah,
the very moment you meet him, something ain't stirring the Kool-Aid, to
Yeah.
quote Tone Loc.
I was not expecting that.
You were not expecting a Tone
Yeah.
Loc drop?
No, I wasn't. No, it's still early on a on a Friday. Yeah,
Yeah. I'm deep into Tone Loc.
Yeah.
It's, everybody remembers Funky Cold Medina,
sure, of course.
but not many people remember that he was the second banana in Ace Ventura.
Mm-hmm.
And when he helped Ace Ventura out, he said with some sincerity that something ain't stir in the Kool-Aid.
Mm-hmm. This is. Have you ever seen American Psycho? Because this sounds like Patrick Bateman like talking about Huey Lewis in the news before he kills someone. So
It's just like one. I love Ace Ventura. I think Ace Ventura.
both.
Ace Ventura 2, I've been on record, and I will say this again. Ace Ventura 2, I believe, has, bar none, the funniest sequence in any movie ever made.
Rhino's ass.
Coming out of the rhino's ass, of course.
Yeah.
I can't remember ever laughing harder at anything than Jim Carrey being birthed from a mechanical rhino. Like it's pure physical absurdity. It's a little grotesque and it's to me that's the height. That is the height
Yeah.
of all comedy. The rest of the movie, I'm sure it has its issues, much like the regular movie, right?
Yeah.
The entire ending joke of Ace Ventura 1 is "Ew, I kissed a man."
Yeah. That doesn't age great. If I'm being honest, like a lot of the '90s, not age great.
No, it hasn't aged
Yeah.
great at all. Of course, that was a ton of jokes from the '90s. Was gay people, ha ha.
Yeah. Even into the aughts, you go to like The Office, first few seasons of The Office, and like the mid aughts, still a punchline.
Absolutely. So sure, it was of the time, but also like, ruins a very, very in my opinion, of course. And,
Sure.
And I'm into the schmaltz. I'm a bit of a sucker. It's just my kind of comedy. I think Jim Carrey is hilarious.
Yeah, and that was like in the midst of his run where like you rarely get someone who's like that on fire movie after movie after movie.
Right. And then to come out of that swinging with a oh fuck. What was
Cable Guy.
Okay,
Truman Show.
Truman Show, thank you. That's what I
Sure.
was thinking of. Cable Guy was like kind of that transitionary period. But
Yeah.
then like Truman Show as like a serious, like dramatic actor.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's been that Eternal Sunshine,
Oh,
Man on the Moon. Like he's thrown a couple real fastballs, like Adam Sandler, every once in a while.
just to
Show those dramatic chops.
Yeah. It doesn't always work out. Numbers, not great.
No, too many numbers. Number 23 specifically.
That's
Too
what
many.
it was. That's what it
There are too many numbers.
Too many numbers.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put this out here. There's just too many darn numbers.
Yeah, they should have start humble. Start with like the number 4
Yeah.
and work your way from there.
All right. I think we're gonna see now what we can do with the Dung Eater. because he's over here, and I don't remember exactly what I have to do. I think I need to give him the cursed seed thing. Come here, you stupid rat.
Seems like the kind of guy who would love a cursed seed.
Yeah. I need to give him the cursed seed thing. The other option is using the rats. You can get a giant rat. Oh fuck! A giant rat spirit ash.
That'd be great.
That actually doesn't cost any mana or health.
Wow.
They are relatively weak, obviously.
Sure, but you use them free.
But you use them for free.
Yeah.
And like thematically as a prisoner, oh my god.
You would have befriended the rats.
Right. So that kind of works.
Yeah. You guys sent message to each other cells by like whispering into the ears of rats.
Yes. So yeah, that's another thought that we can go with.
Pure Pyro with a €2 dono. Thank you so much, Pure Pyro. Who are some of your favorite comedians? I mean, do you mean ever? Do you mean, like stand-up comedians? Are we just
Like right
going
now?
funny actors?
Right. That's a big question. Steve Martin has always personally been a favorite of mine.
Mm-hmm.
That's a classic though. Bill Burr is always hilarious.
Yeah, same.
I really like. I don't like him in other things, but Pete Holmes.
Oh yeah.
As a stand-up, I think is very good. I do not care for him in like those little videos that he makes.
Yeah.
Sometimes those are really hit or miss for me.
Sure, those feel like very different muscles.
Yeah.
Stand up to skits to that kind of stuff.
Yeah. But Pete Holmes' stand-up is incredibly funny.
Mm-hmm. I still go back and watch Norm Macdonald
Oh
clips. Yeah. I like John Mulaney. I know it's pretty basic, but I think John Mulaney's funny.
John Mulaney is very funny.
Yeah.
John Mulaney is very, very funny. I got to bug up my butt just because he's in too many things.
Sure. Yeah.
And I want him to stop being in everything.
Sure.
I think he's
if people keep
himself.
offering you money, I feel like it's hard to say I would not like the money to do the thing I'm good at, and I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. No, and that's very fair. I'm not necessarily blaming John Mulaney. Oh fuck! I didn't want to do that. I wanted to heal. I am blaming uncreative studio executives who said,
Sure.
the kids like that John Mulaney character.
Yeah, and almost your worry is that like that could get diluted and eventually whereas I feel like there's other people where their scarcity is almost part of why they're so revered, like a Donald Glover or a Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
They're not as associated with projects as often, so when they are, you're like, ooh, this is something I should pay attention to. Whereas like, I don't know, if DreamWorks was like, oh, we have a movie this summer coming out about frogs, I could imagine John Mulaney voicing one of the frogs in the DreamWorks movie.
Yep, and then you're just like, do we need that? Do we need?
Yeah.
It's like Chris Pratt is Mario and
Sure.
Garfield. Do we need
And
that?
Garfield. Yeah,
we
no
don't
one
need
man
that.
should have all that power.
No. Ew, now I'm thinking about Kanye.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was that was the old guy. That was fine.
That was
fine. Lampy with 100-bit dono again. Follow-up question: who are some of your favorite chameleons? We've named our favorite comedians. Now our favorite chameleons. I don't.
Karma.
Kid Chameleon, Karma Chameleon,
Karma Chameleon. That's up there.
Kid Chameleon, the Geico Gecko, and I know someone's gonna just crawl up my asshole and be like, geckos aren't chameleons, and I have something to say. I don't care. They're all lizards. They're all the lizards. They're all the same to me. I've said this about birds. All the birds are the same. All the fish are the same. Like it's just very. Don't try to tell me a frog and a toad I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear the difference between alligators and crocodiles. I don't want to hear it.
Yep.
I like them. Just let it be.
Just let it be now.
Yeah.
Can you?
I don't know anything about animals. I've talked to this before. I find animals and rocks fascinating,
Yeah.
and I don't want to learn any more about either of them.
Ooh.
Like, if I see a cool rock or a cool animal, I'm like, hell yeah. And then if someone tries to teach me something about them, I'm like, no, thank you, sir. I'm not interested in learning any more about this. Let me just admire them from a distance.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's really fair. I think it's really, really fair, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Gex, yeah, Gex was a good one too.
Gex.
He's a good.
Gex is a
Yeah.
great chameleon.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of
Ninja Turtles.
the Tick character. There was a superhero in the Tick. The caped chameleon. The caped chameleon from the Tick. Who can't do plaid? Who is able to change their body to any color to hide, but can't do plaid.
Plaid. Incredible.
Yeah. The Chameleon Crusader. I think it was the caped chameleon. That makes sense.
It was a Spider-Man villain who was a chameleon. He could just like look like other people.
Yeah.
Not that cool. That's never like that cool. Morph. Those aren't like the coolest. Shapeshifters don't really do it for me.
You know what? Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
It seems kind of like a basic ability and almost like one of those like, oh, this is like a get out of jail free card for your. How do you explain it? They could just turn into something else. And you're like, well, why don't they should never be able to die then? They could just turn into whatever they want.
What a ripoff.
It's a ripoff. Let me write a strongly worded letter to my congressman.
Yeah. It's on that line, who I've never cared for? Taskmaster.
Oh, yeah, that guy's. I'm just gonna learn everything. I'm just gonna copy you. All right, big fucking.
And it's like, wait, but this person has superpowers. How you cannot copy superpowers?
Yeah,
That's not how things work.
Oh my god, I'm just really good at doing impressions. So is fucking Bill Hader.
Yeah,
get over yourself.
Yeah, Bill Hader can't punch Batman just because he does a good Batman impression.
Yeah, exactly. Grow up.
You know what? Grow up.
Don Schultz, $2 dono. Robin Williams was a great comedian in person. I agree.
Yeah, Robin Williams was brilliant. Robin Williams was brilliant in so many ways. Earlier in a meeting we had, I compared someone to Dane Cook, and here's going to be my hottest stand-up comedian take.
Sure.
Is Robin Williams as a stand-up was closer to Dane Cook than other comedians.
Incredible.
Now
are you gonna expound upon that?
Here's the thing. I love Robin Williams both as an actor and comedian and as a general person. But a lot of his jokes were relatively basic to non-existent, but the enthusiasm in which he told the jokes, the little character voices, like his movements is what sold that. And that's the same thing that I loved about Dane Cook's stand-up at the time too, was like, oh, this man is giving us a performance.
Yes. Yeah. Like a real confidence.
Yes.
Just like exuding from it.
And so I feel the same way about Robin Williams. I think Robin Williams, outside of stand-up, is significantly more talented than Dane Cook. As anyone who's
also
seen
had a
Cook
couple
in
interesting serious roles.
Oh, absolutely.
Insomnia, 1 Hour Photo,
World's Greatest Dad,
Popeye.
Oh,
World's Greatest Dad was so good.
Oh, heartbreaking.
Yeah,
heartbreakingly good.
Yeah,
but yeah,
a lot of dong in that film too. Slow motion flopsters.
Yeah. Whoa. So yeah, like I think, but him as a stand-up, I think everyone remembers Robin Williams as like the comedic actor, but him as a stand-up was a very different beast.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the greatest beast. Is my ultra hot take.
Oh. That's.
Yeah.
I like that you're just delivering real spicers.
This is a real spicer, and I say that with nothing but love and respect for Robin Williams. Very devastating loss.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my God! Stop attacking me! Now I think there are some. Oh, fuck. I think these are spirit ashes that I want. Nope, that's a Smith.
Lampy with 200 bits. Thank you for subscribing to Rock Facts. Galena, also called lead glance, is the natural mineral form of lead sulfide. It is also one of the most abundant and widely distributed sulfide minerals. So Jesse Galena is Jesse Rock. Incredible. We learned. That was a rock fact.
Rock fact.
I swore I didn't want to learn anything about rocks, and you know what? I'm going to stay to it, so I'm not going to remember that. So,
and you swore you didn't want to learn anything about rocks. Now that you have learned something about rocks, you stand firm that you don't want to learn anything about rocks.
Yeah.
I'm
just gonna keep bashing my head against the wall until that memory goes away.
Yeah. Could you stop giving me rock facts? I do not want them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Respect my privacy at this time. CSI Freak with 100 bits. Thank you so much. Hey, Jack, question from my son. Have you ever heard of the rap rock band Hollywood Undead?
No. The rap rock band. I think, like, once you're into a rap rock band territory, that's already...
The only rap rockers I know are the most famous ones. I've never heard of them. They were 2005 to present. One of their members is named J-Dog. J-Dog, Funny Man, Johnny Three Tears. Oh my God, did he kill a man in prison? Charlie Scene, and their fifth member, Danny. Just Danny.
Just Danny. I don't even...
Just Danny.
Danny doesn't even get a funny name. Wow.
I have no idea who they're. Yeah.
Yeah, so there.
Disky, is that not new metal? Rap rock and new metal are pretty similar, right?
Rap rock and new metal?
Yeah, new metal with an NU.
I think while there was a hefty amount of crossover with rap rock and new metal, they are relatively different. Oh, there's the Nomad Ashes. Okay, nice. Okay, we got one option for a good Spirit Ash now, by the way. I don't think I've ever used the Nomad and the Spirit Ashes, so this could be fun.
There you go.
We'll see. We'll see if we can make it through this gauntlet of torture. We're gonna make.
I believe in you.
We're gonna make our way to not Moog.
Oh. You've had a lot of not Moogs in this game.
Yeah, yes. So we're gonna make our way to not Moog to see if, as kind of a practice for Blood Moog.
Sure. But insists with a highlighted message. Rock fact of the day in the popular game Rock, Paper, Scissors. Rock beats scissors. Oh, damn it.
Now that's a rock fact
one rock
I
fact
can get around.
Know. Yeah.
Okay. Nope, didn't make it. Damn it. And I didn't unlock the shortcut. Damn it.
You know what rock-based thing I liked
What's
was the golems in Delicious Dungeon, and they put the little farms on them. I thought those were delightful.
That's a video game right there.
Yeah.
That caring for gardens that also can murder people.
Yeah.
Is a video game. It has video game potential that we have not tapped into yet, as of yet.
I mean, I understand that Delicious and Dungeon is clearly based off of Dungeons and Dragons, obviously. Yeah. But as I'm watching, I watched the first 13 or whatever, 12, 13 episodes of it. I'm like, oh, every level of this feels like a different video game that would be really incredible. Yeah, the farming sim where you need to farm on the back of giant walking monsters that can kill people. Sound great?
That's exactly the game that I want to play.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm very much. I watched the new episode this morning, actually, and the newest episode, and
sure.
it is okay. So I'm loving Delicious in Dungeon. I was hesitant. I watched a couple episodes. I usually watch anime with my youngest, as he's an anime head. Mm-hmm. And so that is
do you get recommendations from him, or do you come to him and are like, I want to watch this, let's watch it together?
There's sometimes he just recommended to me. We've also been he recommends me some, I recommend him some. Amy and Alex in Washington DC were all about Reborn, a vending machine.
Oh yeah.
And let me tell you, I did not enjoy that.
Yeah.
I got 2 episodes into that, and it's this is kind of weird and lame.
I mean, it's I think I got 3 or 4 and I stopped watching. It's a cute bit.
Yeah.
That I'm like, you're gonna make a whole thing out of this, which on paper, Delicious in Dungeon could have stumbled into, because its premise feels like a bit.
100%.
Of oh, we're going through this dungeon level by level, but we also have a cook with us, and we need to eat the monsters that we kill, and that kind of thing. That seems like something that could lose its steam very quickly, but yes. Just because of the quality of writing and storytelling and characters, it does not. And have you watched the latest episode 13? No, I'm not sure. So I just binged the first half of the season, and I feel like I might not watch it until the season's done, just because the ending point of, I believe, episode 12 felt so much like it ended the first arc.
Yes.
of like, and so I'm like, oh, maybe I just wait because with anime I'm a little hesitant to do week to week. I like week to week on most TV, but I don't know, for some reason anime, maybe it's like the 20-minute episodes. I'm more hesitant to.
Yeah, no, and I think that's fair. Like after watching episode 13, is where I start to worry. Where it's like, as you know, like episode 12, yeah, they kind of got to a good point. They got to a good
Yeah.
arc closing point, and you're like, oh, this is fun. Like, but this entire time they have had one single, very simple to understand mission,
Mm-mm.
and
Yeah.
and so now, do they?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, my worry. I think one of the things I talked about, one of the reasons I liked it so much is I get real tired of we need to save the world, and so I like having stakes that feel relatively small. In the
Yes.
first arc, the stakes feel relatively small and personal, and then I guess my worry is that like a lot of anime, it might ultimately become we need to save the world from evil.
Right. Which, like you said, that's a lot of anime. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah. But everything I've seen so far, I've really enjoyed. So that's maybe this isn't going to end like that. But I'm definitely going to keep watching. But just might wait 2 months and then watch them all.
Yeah, and I think that's very, very fair. Because yeah, if you binging means that you can binge past the possibly dubious episodes, right?
Yeah, and that's always the funny thing about like doing rewatches of things. Sometimes I have a softer opinion on something. Like I even thought about that Lord of the Rings show from the other year. I wasn't super high on week to week. I'm gonna rewatch it as the new season comes out, and I'm curious if some of the things I wasn't super high on might sit better with me because I don't have to wait a full week and really digest it. I can just be like, fuck it, I'll go to the next episode.
Oh, and I did binge it, and that's how I felt about it. I felt I
Yeah.
came out okay. Like, oh yeah, this is
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
It's not the greatest, but it's fine. I'm
Yeah.
fine with it all. But yeah, so like I'm definitely like I'm really digging Delicious in Dungeon. I'm a little concerned from the latest episode. The show he wanted us to start watching is Solo Leveling.
Yeah, that's based off. We were talking about that actually last night with Casey on the stream.
Ah,
It's based off the anime equivalent of in Korea,
okay.
which is like a bit like Korean manga, I believe,
Gotcha.
like Korean these web comics. Yeah, and I know Solo Leveling was like one of those ones people were like, "Oh my god, when this gets made, it's going to be incredible." And then apparently it has been very good.
It slaps so
Yeah.
far. Like it, if I can use a young person term, it definitely slaps. It's very emo. Like if an anime can be emo, this is it. And I'm as someone who's into emo stuff, like I'm down for it. But yeah, great animation, great action, but also like fun characters, a fun mystery. Like yeah. Also very, very video game-y, very like Dungeons and Dragons-y, which I'm also okay with.
Yeah, I guess you're getting more and more generations of creators who probably grew up playing video games, and so obviously they're wearing those inspirations
Yeah.
on their sleeves as they make things. Oh yes, manhwa. That's the name. Like instead of manga, it's manhwa.
Manuel.
Korean manga. Manuel, exactly. My Korean Manuels. Underscore been a member been a member in the Green Gang for a month. Thank you so much. Delicious in Dungeon cross Rune Factory. Natsume would never. Someone has to be gobbling up the rights. My worry with a lot of anime is a lot of times they just get churned out into like boring like arena brawlers or like shitty mobile games. Like
Sure.
yeah.
Because yes, that is what will happen because it's the lowest common denominator. And
Sure,
someone like,
yeah.
oh, I know someone who can make this real cheap and easy, and it has a fan base, so we don't need to try.
There's studios that just specialize in that. They just churn out those adaptations, probably on a relatively low budget, and they score well enough and sell well enough that no one needs to strive for anything better.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yep. Master Matt, welcome to the tip jar. Thank you so much, Master Matt. And Pure Pyro with a €2 dono. Have you seen Hannibal? Beautiful food scenes. Hannibal was excellent. The Hannibal series.
I have not. I have heard nothing but phenomenal things about it, and I have not watched it because I am bad. I'm a bad person who does bad things.
There's just too many things to watch.
There's
too many things for everything. Yeah.
There's so many things to watch.
Yeah. Every time I watch something and start liking something, you have to also keep in mind that's taken away from time of something else. So we just can't get to everything. We just can't.
You just can't get to everything,
We just can't get to
even though
everything.
you want to. Even though you want
we
to.
can't.
Oh, hi, Nigel.
We got to
Yes.
keep up on Archie comics every week.
No
one
I
ever
dig
asks
me a
about
Jughead.
Archie.
I dig a Jughead. Betty versus Veronica. Which one are you choosing?
It's
We don't know.
huge.
We don't know.
Riverdale. What's going on?
Riverdale. I did like.
Those are all of the proper nouns I know from Archie. We've just said them all.
By the way, like Archie comics was something that I legitimately read a ton of growing up. As they were safe comics, and like my mom knew I liked comics, but those were like the safe comics that she could like get me and feel good about.
Sure. There's not going to be violence or teaching you bad messages or anything.
Right. And that's this newer Sabrina show. I actually really enjoyed.
Yeah, so did I.
Until it had a couple weird moments to it where it's like, you know, obviously like Sabrina is a teenage witch, and there was like a couple like scantily clad scenes, and it's like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
Because I'm an adult. And seeing that as an adult gets you put on a list.
It's also weird just because that actress was obviously got her big start on Mad Men as Sally Draper. And so it's just one of those actresses that I'm like, oh, when you were a child. Like, when I first started watching you were like a 6-year-old girl in this show.
Yeah. But overall, very good, very fine show.
Yeah, witches. We approve.
Witches.
George Lucas with 100 bits. Jack likes to watch funny bad crap, right? Netflix made a movie about the most popular anime of all time, Death Note, and it is amazing. The Death Note movie is very bad.
I have heard that the Death Note movie is very bad. I don't know anything about any other Death Note, so I don't know if I would find the comedy in it that others have found.
Oh no, it's not a comedy. It's like, oh, you mean comedy in the badness of the
yes,
movie.
I don't know if I would find the comedy in how bad it is because I don't know any other Death Note.
I'm weird in that I watched the Death Note anime and just did not see the appeal in it. Like, it is extremely beloved and popular, and I watched it. I'm like, I just don't get this, which is fine. Not everything has to be for me.
That's true.
The movie directed by Adam Wingard, who directed the Godzilla Kong movie in theaters now.
What?
Yeah, look at that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go. That's my only Death Note note. Also, Willem Dafoe was excellent. Milwaukee's own Willem Dafoe was excellent.
We're Wisconsin's own. I don't know if he's from
Wisconsin's own. He went to the UWM though.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
So there you go. We are both graduates of the Peck School of the Arts.
You were a graduate of the Peck School of the Arts?
I am a graduate of the Peck School of the Arts. And look where it got me. Where it got me.
You own your own media company, Marty Sleva. So
I'm working out of a room I had as a child, and the door is broken. It has been broken for a long time.
Is your closet door still broken?
It is. It is.
I am coming over. You live 30 to 45 minutes away from me. I am coming over to fix your closet. We will record it and we will release it as a video.
Bonus thing.
So that we can write off any expenses for it. But I'm coming over to fix your closet.
That'll be a funding goal. When we run out of ideas for streams, like, oh, let's just fix this guy's door. Zarjafi, thank you so much, gifting 5 memberships. You gifted a bunch of memberships last night during Devil May Cry, and now a bunch of memberships here. Thank you so much. Deventurfic, Dr. Killinger, AJ Phillips, Jeff Cameron, and Chemo. Thank you so much.
Yes. Nomad Ashes. Okay. We're going to try these Nomad Ashes, and I'm going to see what I have if I can raise them up. You raise me up.
Raise them.
On eagle's wings high.
That was beautiful.
That was terrible.
Sean Schultz with a $2 dono. Jack, what is the hardest thing for you as a DM?
The hardest thing for me as a DM is balancing encounters. I still there is a ton of math involved with how you're supposed to do it, and then there is a ton of guidelines as far as if your party is 5 people instead of 4, or 3 people instead of 4, here's the extra math. And really, if it's not working out, you're supposed to do this, and if it's not working out, you're supposed to do this. And I overthink things, period, like as a general rule of thought. And so I can usually see ahead to be like, oh, well, guess what? If we go 10 more rounds, my players are winning no matter what. So fuck it. Like, I'll just let them have a cool moment.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like there's like different the DMing that you have to do for Adventurers Nigh is for an entertainment product. It is for a shared storytelling entertainment product. Whereas I'm sure some DMs are like, I'm creating a challenging game, to push players like to the limit and everything. Whereas that's not, I'm assuming, not your main goal in DMing for ultimately an entertainment show.
Well, and yeah, for like DMing for Adventures Now is very different. Yes, there I am solely looking for cool encounters, cool character moments. But when I DM for my personal games, I run into very similar problems. Like, people who watch Adventures Now probably know, like, my players can usually defeat a bad guy pretty darn easily because of fuckery.
Yeah.
And similar things do happen in my home games where, like, I didn't do the math right and my players steamroll. So, like, balancing encounters is a constant problem for me.
Yeah.
And I hope I can make up for it by how interesting they are.
Yeah.
That's what I try to, like, well, okay, sure, you steamrolled my bad guy, but hopefully we had a lot of fun while we did it.
Sure, exactly, yeah. Whereas I've had, like, in offline games, I've had, like, entire 3-hour sessions where I'm like, by the end of it, I was like, literally nothing happened. like literally nothing happened, which is very, if we got to the end of filming for 3 hours and we're like, literally nothing happened, we're like, that's not good.
That is no, oh my God, that would be disastrous.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Here, I got to talk. I forgot to talk to him. I forgot to talk to Mr. Dung.
Always a problem. Always a problem forgetting to talk to Mr. Dung. John Brooks with a 10-pound dono. Thank you so much, John. Like we wouldn't want the Jack DIY video series. Someone also said you'd have to grunt like Tim Allen in Home Improvement the entire time.
Okay, here we go. All right, now I got the sewer key, so we can hopefully try to get Mr. Dung. Please.
Monsieur Dung.
My father was Mr. Dung.
Quintuple A with a $2 dono. Yes, the Broken Closet stream is coming true. Never.
Never?
Never. They're going to entomb me in my broken closet.
By the way, live stream? No. We're definitely not going to live stream it, but I could see us making a video out of it.
You say we're not going to live stream it, but I'll just click the button and we'll just go live and you won't know.
I won't have any choice. Fair. Okay, how do I... It's been a while since I've had to get grave gloveworts. I got to get some grave gloveworts.
Those are the ones that are in the tombs, right? In the mausoleums?
Those are the ones that are in the tombs. Oh, let's go fight okay, I know what we can do. We can go fight a skeleton. And then there's a tomb. There's grave gloveworts, and there's ghost gloveworts, and there's smithing stones, and there's somber smithing stones.
Oh my God, I forgot that there was grave glovewort and ghost glove. Those are very hard things to say.
Yeah.
Back to back. Yes.
They're very hard things to say, and yes, it is stupid that we have so many things. Like, there are, and I get it. I get the math that we need a million different things because it's such an open world.
Mm-hmm.
But come on.
Settle down, everyone.
If we could just take a moment and settle down.
Listen, it's Good Friday. It's not fucking Sassafras Friday. King Dead with a $2 dono. Jack's Tim Allen grunt is uncomfortably good.
That was my childhood, is listening to Home Improvement. Listening to, aka watching Home Improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only listen.
Only listen.
The tube went out so we could only hear it. Being able to picture the likes of Jonathan Taylor Thomas, though, in your mind's eye, incredible. I hope he's doing well. JTT, I hope you're doing well.
Absolutely.
Shout out to friend of the show, JTT. Sometimes I say that just to get people thinking like these really famous people watch us.
Yeah.
I also don't know if he's really famous. I probably wouldn't use that word.
JTT?
Really famous?
Really?
Like,
No, not anymore. Like there would be
Sure.
a large group of people who would have no idea who he is.
yeah, our generation, I think he's really famous, but other generations probably not.
Correct.
Shout out to GTT. CSI Freak with another 100 bits. Thank you so much. Sorry if I missed the explanation, but why has the dude got a cauldron for hands?
Right? That's no. There was no explanation missed. These are just weapons in Elden Ring,
just
which
like
are
boxing gloves. Yeah.
just big old boxing gloves that that are kind of goofy.
Yeah.
And I love them. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of fist weapons in games in general. Obviously, like I like a big dumb sword. I like a big dumb hammer. But fist weapons always hold a special place in my heart.
Getting to punch it, dude. Always something nice.
Always something nice.
Yeah. Speaking of something nice, Lampy with a 50-bit dono. $50 of the donation goes to fix the door. The other 4,950 on sausage rolls for Jack and Marty. Is that like a thing? I like sausage rolls. Have we ever talked about that?
I don't know if that's something we've ever talked about. I don't necessarily know what a sausage roll is. Based off of context clues, I like it.
Sure. Yeah. Well, it's not exact. It's not like a corn dog with a sausage. It's kind of like a little minced, like a meat pie. It's like a little a little handheld meat pie.
Okay.
They're very good.
Yeah, I'm
very
down.
good. You would really like them. We probably don't need $5,000 worth of them, but yeah,
you.
like $15 worth of them would probably go well.
$15 worth. I'll take
Yeah.
$15 worth of them.
That'd be great. And George Lucas with another 100 bits. So, what the heck is the two fingers anyway? Where did Miyazaki pull the concept of the two fingers? It was actually the film Freddy Got Fingered. Speaking of Daddy, would you like some sausage?
It was Miyazaki and George R. Martin's favorite joke of "pull my finger."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, George R. R. Martin seems like he'd laugh at like a big fart.
Oh yeah, like definitely a fart boy.
Definitely a fart boy. No, in terms of I don't know where. He probably stole it from Berserk. I haven't read or watched Berserk, but he probably stole it from Berserk.
Yeah, I mean that's where he gets most of his ideas from.
Yeah.
To me, it was always like a wonderful like symbolic thing. Like, oh yes, the two fingers, but then like discovering that they were actually two fingers was hilarious.
Yeah. You're like, oh, okay, that's a good name.
By the grace of the two fingers. I was like, oh yeah, that's like that's like by saying like by the grace of the crucifix, right? Like a symbol of Christianity, and then it's like, oh no, our God is a T.
Yeah.
What?
You're like, oh, okay, very good,
very good,
beautiful.
That's weird. I like it.
I like it. Yeah.
That is both weird and I like it. Okay, so I got a grave glove word 4. I got a 5. And I want to say in here somewhere is like the grave glovewort thingy where I can buy the other grave gloveworts, but I forget because it's been a hot minute. There's a 6.
Beautiful.
Excuse you.
Beast March with a $2 dono. Shout out to Archie Comics, Mamaronic's finest. Is Mamaronic a place? A
I
man?
assume Memoronic is who published Archie Comics, but I do not know.
Mamaronic Archie Comics. Oh, Archie Comics. Archie and Jughead have moved from their longtime hangout in Mamaronic. I don't know if that's where it was. The Long Live Comic Characters publisher. Oh, that publisher was located in Mamaronic, New York, and then moved. I'm learning a lot about Mamaronics.
That sounds like the what do you call the mouth band? Memorex? the mouth band.
Oh, the mouth band. Yeah.
First of all, also that's pentatonics, so I don't know where I'm getting this from.
Mamaronics is someone who goes to school to study boobs. Majoring in Mamaronics.
I'm majoring in boobs.
You wouldn't understand. Lampy with another 100 bits. Okay, 2,500 on sausage rolls and 2,500 on Cornish pasties. Then Cornish pasties are also good. Just a lot of money on these meat pies, though. We need to reallocate this budget a little bit.
Yeah, we're spending a lot on meat when really we're there to fix a door, and the more meat we eat, the worse off we will be, because then the entire video will just be us sweating.
Yeah, doing a big sweat, just laying down on the ground. Like, I just gotta lay down for a little bit.
I just gotta lay down
Yeah.
for a little bit. I just gotta lay down for a little bit.
And Zarjafi back with 20 gifted memberships.
What?
I didn't even know that was street legal. To Gilded, Craig, Adam, Pacific Blue, William, Martin, Annie, Kem, Brett, Ed, Blue McDee's. No, Blue McDee's not just said, oh shit, never mind, you don't count it. AK10, Embrace the Jank, Kaiser, Bob, Nicholas B, Ben, Josh Wang, Ken, Coral, Adam, Kamja Ninja. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jaffe.
You did it, everybody.
Real mensch. Real Easter weekend mensch.
You're all here. We're having a good time.
No one's crying.
No one is crying.
No one's crying. You got a double streamy day after. We're going to be done in an hour. Then a little hour break.
Yeah.
And then Frost and Nick back. Call of Duty 1. Did
What?
you know they made a first one?
I did.
They did. They made a first one.
They made a whole first one?
They made a first one of that game. Yeah,
Beautiful.
so they're probably going to shoot some Nazis and whatnot. It'll probably be great.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was what a great day. I was just yesterday I was streaming the Red Dragon Inn, the Adventure is Nigh
Yeah.
version of Red Dragon Inn with the fine folks over at Slugfest. I won, by the way, and I'm just gonna say
We heard, yeah.
I
When,
won-
when we got raided afterwards, we heard.
I won a game versus the people who invented and maintained the rules of the game. So that's all I'm saying.
Incredible. Do you legally own the game now?
Yes, yes, I do.
And speaking of the as a reminder, the Red Dragon Inn Adventures Nigh Kickstarter, we have 26 hours to go.
That's right.
At 189,000 currently. Can we hit 200K?
Can we hit 200K? Remember that all stretch goals have just been unlocked. They're all there. We get all the cards, all the characters, the General Mayhem deck. You can get the pub crawl version, which is what we played yesterday, in which normally for Red Dragon Inn you're only at one inn, so you get like
Sure.
all the drinks from that inn. The pub crawl version, you can decide to like move to different
Oh,
bars
that's
and have
clever.
like 6 different drink decks for more mayhem.
That is very clever.
Yeah.
I like that.
I am here for spirit tuning. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And do I not have money?
How's your shoulder button doing?
I'm smacking it.
Okay.
I'm currently smacking my shoulder button.
Okay.
In an effort to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Make it happen.
Yeah, the big goal of the weekend is to make it happen. Get out there, really rip the lid off it and make it happen.
For
everyone.
everybody. We're just looking to make it happen.
Yeah.
Can I summon my guy? That's my question.
In ye old shunning grounds?
Can I summon? So he costs 61 FP, and I have 78 FP. So yeah, I should be able to summon him. Hold on, let me see if I have a Bluey. I do have a Bluey. I'm gonna need a Bluey. All right.
Bluey, like those Australian dogs?
Like them dog. Oh, has anyone told DC stories yet about Bluey?
I feel like I heard from someone. I don't know if I was on a stream or in a meeting that you guys started watching a bunch of Bluey when you were there.
And like I'm an old man, so I go to bed relatively early, and like because I also like to wake up early. So like, one night I go to bed at like 10 o'clock, and everyone else stays up and they're watching TV or whatnot, and I hear cackling laughter like all night, and that's fine. Like you can stay up, and I'm talking to them the next day. They stayed up until like midnight. A group of adults, mostly childless adults, watching Bluey. They watched Bluey for like 2.5, 3 hours and laughed their asses off.
Incredible.
Amazing, right?
Yeah. I like that you assumed it was probably something else. You're like, oh, they're probably watching stand up or watching something.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no, it was Bluey, the Australian the beautiful cartoon for children and adults alike.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what was happening. All right. Why can't I summon my main? Why can't I summon my man?
Just want to summon. Oh, yeah, it doesn't have the little symbol in the corner.
Oh, I know. Oh, because I'm a dummy. I didn't. I don't have the bell.
Oh,
I don't have the bell because I'm a big dummy head.
that explains it.
Well, let's see if we can beat Moog the Omen just by our lonesome.
How many people do you think beat this dude and then didn't even know to keep futzing with the back door?
Oh yeah,
That was very sneaky.
this is one of those secrets that you're like, oh yeah, I get it. Why people don't find this, because it's behind a thing that's behind a thing.
Yeah, exactly. And Lampy with another 100 bits. Thank you so much, Lampy. Marty doesn't want his door fixed, though, so 5,000 to pastries to distract Jack to have the door fixing video where he doesn't even want to fix the door. There you go. Perfect. I think we planned it out.
I'll take that. Pastries, always a good call.
Incredible. Noshti, thank you so much for the Prime sub, 4 months in a row. And then George Lucas with 100 bits. Speaking of animated, I know Jack is a fellow X-Men enjoyer. Did he enjoy any of the cartoons? And how about that X-Men 97 show that's out now? Were you an X-Men, the animated series fan?
Oh, huge X-Men animated series.
Yeah.
Before DVDs, I got there was a collection that I had of like taped VHSs of episodes of X-Men.
Yeah,
series.
I love it. I love it.
Before any official DVDs were out of it.
You tape on that EP mode where you get 6 hours per tape as opposed to 2, and everything kind of looks and sounds like shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I gotta go get that. I gotta go get this bell, y'all. But no, I have not watched the new one yet. I've heard very good things about it. I just haven't had the time. I know people are really enjoying X-Men 97, though. Like, I am always incredibly hesitant when it comes to these kind of nostalgia, like, you know, picking up where we left off.
Yeah.
I've been burned. I've been burned too many times. I'm looking at you, Arrested Development.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Seasons 4 and 5.
Right. So I'll probably watch it eventually.
Yeah, the week-to-week reviews have been pretty good.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it's actually like doing something interesting with the story and making Cyclops interesting as opposed to.
Cyclops is my favorite character.
He's great.
I've always been
excellent.
a Cyclops.
The movies
fan.
did him so dirty.
Oh my god! First of all, he was done so dirty for so long in every single medium. Cyclops. It's because of Wolverine. Like, Wolverine is everybody's favorite, and everybody loves Wolverine, but everybody forgets that Wolverine is a side character. Wolverine is only cool because we have Cyclops. Because Cyclops is the square who someone can be cool against.
Yeah. You know what movies Han Solo's great in? The Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
You know what movies Han Solo's not great in? The Han Solo movie.
Yes. It's almost like a character like that needs to be like a side character in order to be cool as compared to the square. Yeah. I'm with you.
In agreement. Cyclops is great. True leader. A real Jack Shepherd, if you will. Hashtag lost.
First of
Not
all,
sure why
I will.
Hashtag that.
All right.
I called the X-Men the animated series ugly last night, and I got a little flack for that.
It's not pretty.
No, and my thing was I really enjoyed X-Men the animated series as a kid, but I was watching at the same time as Batman the animated series, which to me is like visually timeless, is gorgeous. So maybe that's just putting it up against a.
Yeah, that's an unfair comparison because it's so good. Because it's just too good.
It's just too good. It's like the Horizon games. Like, I'm sure they're fine, but one released the same day as Breath of the Wild, and the other releases like the same week as this, right?
Yes.
Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Yeah. No, and Horizon Zero Dawn, I will always stand by as being a phenomenal game. Horizon Forbidden West, I had to give up on because it was just too boring. But Zero Dawn is to me a phenomenal game. We talk a lot about like theming and the way they were able to theme the exploration to the story. Bar none, that was a beautiful job, great work, 10 out of 10. But,
Congrats, Gorilla.
Shout out to Gorilla, but Forbidden West, what were you doing? Phoning it
For
in.
shame, Gorilla.
For shame, Gorilla.
You're just not a West Coast guy. You just don't like. You don't care about L.A. and San Francisco. Isn't that where the game is? Vegas? I don't know where the game. I didn't play the second one. I think it's San Francisco. I've definitely saw like Golden Gate Bridge and some videos, all futzed over.
It's the Forbidden West.
Oh yeah,
it's the
that makes
Forbidden
sense.
West. They're in the West.
Where's my Horizon Midwest game?
Oh, don't you know?
You want to do the Mall of America fighting brontosauruses?
I want some robot cows. Yeah, get.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
How now, robot cow?
Oh my god, going to House on the Rock?
Oh,
With a bunch of dinos around it.
Fucking House on the Rock. Everybody go to House on the Rock.
Can you imagine?
It is a monument to garbage and madness.
Yeah.
It is the greatest. It is the greatest piece of art you will ever run across. The House on the Rock.
Fan.
All right. Here we go.
Oh yeah, that's right. Forbidden West just came to PC.
Oh, did it?
So now owners of personal computers can be disappointed by it. No, I'm sure it's a very pretty game on PC. It was a very pretty game on PlayStation, and I'm sure it's very pretty on PC.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's.
Yeah.
Forbidden West is very pretty.
Oh, sure. They might have
Very
used
much
all the
like-
graphics.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have used fewer graphics and put more emphasis into making entertaining video games.
To me, like the issue was it was just so similar to Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
Zero Dawn was a ton of character growth, and then Forbidden West was like, nah. What if we didn't do the character growth stuff? What if we reverted Aloy back to like where she was at the beginning of Zero Dawn?
Yeah.
Shit, that's not where I want to be.
Yeah.
I am not doing great in this fight. It's been a minute since I fought.
Thought Takes said, my wife grew up near House on the Rock and heard you recommend everyone visit and immediately went, what? And then heard your explanation. No.
Yeah. Something to know about me is I love rummage sales. I love junk. I love closer to the Illinois-Wisconsin border is something called 7 Mile Fair.
Yeah.
Which is, it's literally like 8 warehouses full of junk, and outside is like a rummage sale that never ends. And I love, capital L, love crap like that.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely love junk. I think it's very interesting. I think like not to get too metaphysical, but I think like the weird, interesting junk like holds a special place in people's heart. It holds a special place in my heart.
Yeah, it's like you're being an archaeologist for the strange knickknacks that people carried throughout their lives.
Absolutely. Why was this important to someone? There's no way we can ever know.
No. Why they have so many Alf Pogs? There's no way to know.
There's just no way to know.
Alf. That dude ate cats. He fucking ate
Alf?
them. Yeah, he ate cats. That was
That's
his whole
true.
thing.
Well,
was
he
like a little rascal.
wanted to eat cats. I don't know if he ever ate cats.
Sure.
That's my big.
That's also bad, though, right?
Just wanting to eat cats? Is it?
Yeah. I mean,
Is it?
I guess if you're expressing those things like a therapist, if Alf didn't have a therapist though, did he?
Ooh, that's the real question.
Yeah.
Did Alf have a therapist? Ah. Oh. My nomad ashes kind of suck.
No, that's a bummer.
I'm also kind of sucking at this fight, so I don't know. Like, I'm not going to blame the nomad for like me losing.
Yeah. That's the controller.
It's
The
the
controller. You set those seeds early on, and now we can harvest our crops.
it's It's maybe 10% the controller, and 90% it's just been a hot minute since I fought Moog.
There you go.
Maybe I won't.
Yeah, it's great, Nick. It might be the net code. It's probably the net code.
What's net code?
We had bad net code. I think that's what people complain about in online games.
Bad net
Like
code?
if someone's doing bad in a shooter or like a fighting game, you can just blame the net code.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, look at that.
Well, there you go.
Nick is bad at shooting games a lot, so he has to use that. Roasted.
Whoa.
Boom. Shots fired. He doesn't have a microphone. He can't do anything.
Just blame the lag.
Yeah.
Right? No, here's what I will blame is the random crap around this arena.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That you can roll through, but you can't walk through. So you have to like roll through it once to break it.
Yeah, to break it. So it's like you have to do a bunch of work beforehand.
Yes. Oh fuck. We'll learn it. It's been we have to beat Mega Moog to get to DLC anyway, and so like fighting Mini Moog is all part of it.
Shout out to Mini Me, friend of the show. George Lucas with 50 bits over in Twitch. Third Rock from the Sun was one of my favorites back in the day. No one talks about it anymore, so here's a little shout out.
By the way,
it had a good cast. I love what's his name, the main dude,
John Lithgow.
John Lithgow, yeah.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, French Stewart, Mr. Inspector Gadget himself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I forgot JGL, like young JGL.
No, phenomenal show. Yeah. And you are correct. Like, as far as like shows without a cult following that should have a cult following. Yeah. Yeah. That's up there. That was pretty darn good. Jane. Oh, who was Krakowski?
That's Jane Krakowski's the mom from the Malcolm in the Middle.
No, that's
Jane Kasmerick.
That's Jane Kasmerick. Jane Curtin.
Who's Jane Krakowski?
Jane Curtin, maybe?
Is Jane Krakowski the Jenna from 30 Rock? Did you watch 30 Rock?
I watched 30 Rock. Oh, yeah.
Jenna Mulroney? Yeah, it's Jane Krakowski. That's who I was thinking of.
Okay, who was John Lithgow's love interest in 30 Rock from the Sun? She's like an old SNL cast member.
Jane Curtin, you were right.
Oh, I was so close.
Yeah, I feel like you might have said Jane Curtin.
I might have, but phenomenal cast all over. Wayne Knight was in there.
Shout out to Wayne Knight, Seinfeld, and Jurassic. Who was on a hotter run in the '90s than Jurassic Park and Seinfeld?
Right.
Several people were probably. We literally mentioned Jim Carrey earlier. He was on a hotter run. He was also in Space Jam. Wayne Knight was in Space Jam.
Wayne Knight was in Space Jam. Who got to play like the role of Michael Jordan's press secretary, like PR agent. Put on he had all of, like the stupid like put on your Nikes, eat your Wheaties, and drink some Pepsi Cola, right? Like okay, product placement taken care of by Wayne Knight.
Shout out to Wayne Knight.
There we go. Like his little blood slash move is tricky because you don't want to dodge when he slashes. You want to dodge when he explodes it.
Yeah, the timing on that is a little.
He's one of those bosses where you want to start rolling a little bit before you should.
Yeah.
He pulls his punches just a little bit. Speaking of Seinfeld and bald folks, Jack and Mart, you like Larry David? First of all, why are you Mart now? Marty is too much.
We can't get to that second. Listen, if you have a choice between one syllable and two, you gotta go with one syllable.
The old Jack and Mart.
Yeah, no, Larry, Seinfeld and Curb are great.
Yeah,
that's pretty much all he is, right? But he's great.
But he's great. I think
big things.
Curb Your Enthusiasm is the show that makes you realize how lucky Jerry Seinfeld is as a person. I know there are many snarky comedians who have called Jerry Seinfeld like the unlucky or the luckiest mediocre comedian to ever exist because he was friends with Larry David. And oh boy, the Curb Your Enthusiasm shows them they are correct.
Yeah. We have the. Did you see the trailer for the Pop-Tart film coming out?
I have not seen the trailer for the Pop-Tart film.
Jerry Seinfeld, written, directed, and starring in a movie about the creation of the Pop-Tart.
I know it's supposed to be like a little bit of a like hyper realism, right?
Yeah, kind of that modern trend of the biopics, as Darren said, BUYopics, of the creation of a product. But yeah, Pop-Tarts are cool though. I don't know. I'm pro Pop-Tart, but like rocks and animals, I don't care about learning any more about it. So,
I am also pro Pop-Tart. All I'm saying is Paula Poundstone needs a cameo in it because her Pop-Tart stand-up bit was a defining Pop-Tart moment in history.
Yeah. If we had to rank the top 10 defining moments in Pop-Tart history, that'd be one of them.
Did I misspell Marty's name on the overlay?
No, he made a goof that you misspelled Mart's name. Like you added the Y and fucked up Mart.
I'm so sorry, Mart. Jerry is the Cyclops of Seinfeld. No, like, and by the way, like, Jerry Seinfeld is very good in Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld is a talented comedic actor. I don't necessarily think he is a like top tier stand up comedian. I think his role as Jerry Seinfeld like could have been filled by a litany of other fine comedic actors. So this is not like I don't want to take away from Seinfeld's talent, which he has a good amount of. But once you see Curb Your Enthusiasm and understand the role that Larry David had in Seinfeld, you understand that Seinfeld was about Larry David being brilliant, and we just happened to cast some talented people.
Yeah. It is funny. Of the 4 leads on the show, he feels like the one who could be the most easily replaced.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And, you know, he gets a lot of accolades because the show is named after him.
Yeah. You don't think the show would have worked as well if it was just called David?
David. And then, like, but there's no character called David?
No, it's just very confused. Yeah. Angel Nick says, did we decide on a Spirit Ash yet?
I tried to go with the Nomad Ashes, and they kind of suck. They do madness damage, and almost no boss takes madness damage.
Sure, yeah.
So we're probably not going to keep them. He had a whole nother move there.
He's just pulling out. He's learning.
It's
generative AI. Incredible.
It's learning.
I don't like it.
This is one of those situations where a Spirit Ash would probably be very helpful, and I do definitely regret leveling up this Nomad Spirit Ash because now I'll have to go back and level up a different one. But that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna give Moog another couple tries, then we can move on because there's other shit we can do.
There's so many. That's the world is our oyster. That's what's beautiful about the lands between.
Exactly. You can die from Moog or die from an oyster. You can do whatever you want.
You literally die from an oyster. Yeah.
Oh no! You know what? Only crabs and lobsters. Oysters are OG Dark Souls, and nowhere else.
Oh, they're not in this game.
Nowhere else in the Soulsborne games do oysters show up.
Maybe Miyazaki got sick off them once. He was like, never again. Can't put them. It's too scary to put in the game. Just put some more swamps in the game.
Oysters come from swamps. Maybe.
Think about that.
Is that true?
Think about that.
I don't know. If that's
sure.
True.
New Orleans loves oysters, and there's probably some swamps around there.
New Orleans loves oysters.
Yeah, known for their oysters and swamps, the big two.
All right, let's see here. Let's go. Let's find out where the Pumpkinhead ashes are, because that was another one on my list.
Did you ever see the film Pumpkinhead?
Pumpkinhead? Is that a real thing?
Yeah. I believe it was like an 80s horror movie. I remember its cover scaring me as a child. like at the video store. Yeah, an 88 supernatural horror film. Man, this Pumpkinhead. Let me find this good cover. Pumpkinhead 80s movie cover. Yeah.
Oh no.
He just looks like a spookster. He looks like an absolute spookster.
Oh, you gotta get a good spookster. Wait, where's my Pumpkinhead?
Yeah, I'm putting the
at?
chat. I'm putting the links to the Pumpkinhead film cover that scared me as a child. He kind of looks like an alien now. He kind of looks like an upside down butt now. But as a child, it was very scary to go to my local Blockbuster Video or Family Video and see Pumpkinhead. Didn't like seeing him at all.
That right there is an upside down butt.
Yeah, it looks like an upside down butt.
That right there is an upside down butt. Nothing we can do about that.
Dan Winston directed. I never saw the movie. I didn't know anything about Pumpkinhead.
There you go.
We're learning. Pumpkinhead is one of those things I am fine learning about. I don't want to learn about rocks. I don't want to learn about animals, and I don't want to learn about Pop-Tarts. But I am interested in Pumpkinhead. Oh no, a reboot is currently in production. Of fucking course there. E-Words with a $5 dono. Thank you so much, E-Words. Seinfeld was brilliant, but his style has been so copied by everyone since that he seems average in hindsight. He was a funny straight man. Good stuff. He was, for as neurotic as he was the straight man, which allowed Elaine Kramer and George to rise to the heights they did.
Oh, I know where this is. Yeah, we can fuck with this. We can fuck with this.
What's your plan?
We're going to go get some Mad Pumpkinhead.
Great.
Nope. Get rid of that. There we go. We're going to go get us a Pumpkinhead. Yeah. Again, this is not to be, disrespectful to Seinfeld, who is, I think, talented.
Mm-hmm.
It's to point out, the unsung brilliance of Larry David.
Sure.
And for so long, the show was called Seinfeld, right? So, Seinfeld got the credit for the show for a very long time when maybe he shouldn't have, is all we're saying.
Think about that.
Maybe he shouldn't have. History presupposes that Custer died at Little Bighorn, but what my theory presupposes is, what if he didn't? Oh my God! Sorry, a little bit of the fucking Wes Anderson snuck in my brain.
He's got Tenenbaum.
Everybody got Tenenbaum for a hot minute. That is the last Wes Anderson movie I've watched.
It's literally my favorite one.
It's so great.
Yeah. We talked about that. I think when either Asteroid City, when one of them was coming out, we talked about how you kind of were just like, all right, our relationship has run its course. Thanks, Wes.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're going for now. Congratulations. We don't need to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't need to watch your movie. And thanks. Thanks for all the movies.
And then people are going to get very mad and say you should, and that's going to make you entrench yourself in your beliefs even more. So... people can say I can watch anything. More than likely, I will enjoy any Wes Anderson movie I watch. I just don't feel the need to watch them. So there you go.
So neener, you can't make me.
Yeah. In conclusion, do you think I would hold up in court in my closing arguments?
Your Honor, my client invokes his constitutional right of neener. Eat my wiener. That's the full neener.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah. Well, I say, you man, Nina, eat my wiener. Yum.
There's no AC in the courtroom, so you're just patting the sweat from your brow. Why do these courtrooms in the South in these movies never have AC? What's going on? Everyone's always sweating.
Very sweaty boys.
Yeah, a lot of sweaty boys. Pure Pyro, €2. Have you seen Reanimator and From Beyond, Marty? I've seen both of them. Both great.
Both great.
2 thumbs up. Siskel and Ebert.
We got a real Ebort here.
Yeah. We've ran out of Ebort license plates. George Lucas with 100 bits. I think about the Grand Budapest Hotel a lot. So do I, George Lucas.
Yeah.
So do I. Rafe Fiennes.
Man,
none finer than old Rafe.
None finer than Mr. Ray Fiennes himself.
Yeah. Do you think anyone's ever called him Ralph Fiennes and he's gotten upset?
100%.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Get that L out of your name then.
Right? What's it doing in there, Ralph?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Ralph
Oh, fuck.
Fiennes.
I did a stupid, Marty. I did a real stupid. I jumped off.
You
of
did.
a bu-
Dude, I'm slightly lagged, and I just saw you.
I did a
hoof it
real
off the cliff.
stupid. Yeah. Don't know why.
My client is innocent of all these charges. This is capricious and arbitrary.
I don't even necessarily like. There's a pot on that branch, and I don't even necessarily want it, but like I know it's there.
Sure.
And so it's like a little bit of me wants it, and so and then I jumped off of my horse right into the lake.
It's an itch you have to scratch.
Yeah.
Darwin's Dummy with a $2 dono, prefacing with "I'm from Georgia, so it's okay for me to say this. Before AC, the South was a hellhole and still is."
Whoa. Pre-AC. That's something that I remember. I remember reading a very interesting article about how air conditioning was one of the factors that lowered our social IQ. But pre-air conditioning, you would kind of have to be outside in a shaded area in hotter climates in order to beat the heat. And what that would mean is you would see your neighbors more, like you would hang out in community spaces more. And the northern Midwest is now one of the few spaces in which neighbors are forced to see each other because of snow shoveling.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the advent of AC meant everyone could kind of hunker down inside, thus breaking those bonds of communion we have with our neighbors.
Exactly.
That's a little fun fact there.
Little fun fact, whether it is oh no, I don't want to pass time. Whether that's true or not, obviously, is a little here.
Makes
there.
sense. Yeah.
But it made
I'm sure
sense
whatever strains of that were left were all just probably destroyed by the internet as well. People like, you don't even have to go to a video store. You just click a button on your remote and you're watching it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't have to go anywhere or do anything. You're welcome.
Zarjafi back with another 5 memberships to Precious Roy, Flesh Bones, Valerie Jarvis, McKillen, Doc Venture, Marisheim. Oh, that was all of them. Sorry. I didn't put, I read 5 of them, and I was going to put some stank on the 6th one, and then there was no 6th one. So my apologies. I like putting stank on the end of the list.
I'll be honest, I was ready for stank.
Yeah, you kind of. It's like an ebb and flow, and you're like, all right, we're gonna get you up to a nice high.
Yeah.
We're gonna take you down into the valley, and then we're gonna end with some stank.
Yeah.
And then it just ended, and I had no stank, but I must scream. That didn't make sense.
I have no stank, but I must swank. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my client is innocent of the stank charges.
As you can clearly see, he walks the walk. Do you got fries with that? Shake, Your Honor. Now it's a horny southern.
Now it's horny.
Because
I have no stank, but I must crank.
But I must. Oh wait, isn't that a good thing?
Yeah, no. We're talking about the cranker. The old cranker with the new Lucas Pope game.
The crank yanker?
Yeah, the crank yanker.
Oh, that's right, Lucas Pope. I have not gotten Lucas Pope's crank yanker game yet.
I've downloaded it. It's on there. I have not played it yet.
Whew. Gamepad Wolf. I should download it.
Yeah. You bought the thing. That was like 90% of the battle is buying the cranker and having it sent to your house.
Right.
So.
And now I have the cranker, and I don't have like the game for the cranker.
Yeah. Yes,
amazing.
because Jack and I believe are the only 2 with crankers.
Yes.
So when you think about who can you trust, think about it. We're the only ones who are willing to crank.
We are the only ones. We are the only ones willing to publicly talk about the fact that we have the crank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No one else will admit that they spent money on this quite useless gaming device.
completely agree. Yeah, everyone has a little more self-respect than that.
Yeah.
Very also, maybe you can't trust us anymore because we might be in the pocket of Big Crank.
Yeah.
So there's just no way to know.
Did you think about that?
I feel like if we were in the pocket of Big Crank, we'd do a better job of selling the thing as opposed to we were dumb, we bought it, and we're too lazy to put the one game on it that we want to play. We're not great salesmen.
No. That is true. You know we're not in the pocket of Big Crank because we constantly tell people not to buy it.
Yeah.
like this was a bad investment, and while I am happy that I have the Crank, I don't think anyone should.
The Lampy said, "Have you figured out if it's possible to stream yet?" I don't know. The only ports are for headphones and for the charging cable, which is like whatever one of those small, I don't know, like phone charger or controller charger or whatever.
You cannot stream from the device, but I believe there is a web portal for some of the games, if not all of them.
Oh, interesting.
I believe,
yeah, and it's also, you wouldn't be able, this isn't a thing you could get off-screen footage of because by virtue of the Crank, it's going to be moving a lot.
Right.
So it's like hard to like keep a Crank steady while filming.
Exactly.
Which was their problem in both Crank 1 and Crank 2 cruise control. That wasn't what it was called. What was it called? High voltage. That was Speed 2 was cruise control. Wrong sequel. My apologies.
Wrong sequel. Yeah, so I believe there are certain web versions of each game. Theoretically. Where do I go now? Where do I crank?
Where are you going? Where do you go? Lampy with 100 bits. Whenever I hear that accent, I can't not think of a giant chicken. I mean, it's hard not to think of Foghorn Leghorn.
In general.
I think about him a lot. Even when I'm hungry, I'm like, ooh, imagine how much he could feed.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Them thighs.
Yeah, of all the Looney Tunes, definitely the most edible.
That is one that is built.
Yeah. Built.
He is built. He is thick. Okay. I feel like I have gone in many wrong areas in this dungeon.
Hey, what are we doing? Are we looking for the flowers, or are we looking for a summon ash?
We are looking for a summon ash. Luckily we are just getting some flowers while here.
Oh, 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah. So that's good. But in here is the pumpkin head spirit summon, which is a spirit summon I've used before and really enjoyed because it's just a big, dumb, strong spirit ash, which that's my thing, and it does fit with Boggart, as you know. Boggart, like, it has a helmet, is big and dumb.
Yeah, big and dumb, definitely big and dumb.
So like I could see that being like someone, the way I'll theme it is like that's someone Boggart met while in jail, the pumpkin head, and now they're on a crime spree.
I love it.
Now I gotta find this stupid gate. I found it once, and then I lost it. So...
What if it's moving? Think about it. House of Leaves. What if we're in the House of Leaves right now?
Oh. Did you think about it? Because I thought about it.
No one's thinking about it. That's the problem. Chat, you're watching, but you're not fucking thinking about it.
But you're not thinking about it. And all we're asking here is that you take a 1 minute and think about it. Just one goddamn minute. Oh, here it is. Okay.
You know who did think about it? Jesus Christ. He hath riseth. Risen? Riseth?
Rizith?
Riseth?
Don't rithith.
The Rizza?
That is a cop with a lisp. Please stop rithithing.
Rizeth?
You're rithithing.
Risen or
Risen.
Rizeth?
He has risen.
Isn't like Rizeth the old-timey form of
Rizith is a rapper of the Wu-Tang Clan.
No, that's the Rizza. Fuck. Speaking of the lisp, I was watching Billy Madison the other day,
nice.
and there's the one kid with the lisp who
Yeah.
I love, and he's like, "I'm excited for high school," and he just shakes his head. He's like, "You gotta cherish this." For the love of God, cherish this. Think about that kid a lot. I hope he's doing well. Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
I don't know.
Friend of the show. That
friend of the
kid.
show. Friend of the show. That boy.
Yeah.
You see, they're making a Happy Gilmore too. Apparently.
What?
I don't know how I feel.
Could
about
you stop
that.
it?
We don't.
Could
No,
you
he
just
needs
for
to buy
one
new
minute-
new large shorts.
Could you just?
Adam Sandler loves large shorts, and he needs money for them.
I just want them to stop it for 1 minute.
Yeah.
Could you stop making unnecessary sequels for 1 goddamn minute?
Just everyone cool it. What? Just let's think about this.
Could we just think about it for 1 minute? The thing I'm most worried about is the new Axel Foley movie.
Oh yeah.
Is coming to America sucked so hard.
It was really bad.
Like,
it was really bad.
bad.
However, Dolomite was really good.
Dolomite was really good. That's true.
Yeah. So take that for what it's worth.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. All right. So now we do have a legitimate problem.
Okay. Which is
Our legitimate problem is we do not have the levels to summon Mr. Pumpkin.
okay.
We need
What kind of levels are we
110 FP, and we currently only have a max of 78. So we need to pump some levels into intelligence.
Okay. Okay. Do we have any FP raising equipment we can don? I guess I don't know if we want to change how we look, but
Right. Do we have a great rune yet? Oh shit, we don't even have a great maybe that'll help. Everything.
okay. So we'd have to go through one of the towers.
Yeah, we gotta go get a great rune. Then maybe if we have a great rune, we can have enough to summon. Okay, all right, okay,
Mm-hmm.
we're getting there. I'm not dead. Shut up. Shut up.
I'll land me with 100 bits. Quote: He has Riz. Marty, I didn't say he has Risen.
Nice. I like that. I like he has Riz. That's
I like he has Riz. Yeah.
You know what? That's funny. That's funny, and I like it. So congratulations.
There you go. We did it. Good goofs.
Good goofs, everybody. All right. We are gonna go here. We're gonna buy some fucking glove warts.
Yeah.
All right. We got a 1. We got a 2. We got a 3. All right. And we got a do.
Oh yeah. I think that was just a slip of the tongue. I believe you said intelligence for SP, not mind. But I'm sure that was a slip of the tongue.
What?
A lot of people were saying don't put your thing into intelligence.
Right.
You need to put your thing into mind.
And you know
I
what?
think we just misspoke.
Or I would have put it into the wrong stat, and we all would have had a good laugh about it.
Think about it. Either way, it's win-win-win. Win.
2, 3, 5, and 6. Okay, great. So now we have that man. So we can replace you with this guy. Great.
Someone asked earlier if you're playing anything else aside from Elden Ring. What's on your plate? You're not playing Dragon's Dogma.
I'm not playing. I'm going through. I'm done with Balatro and
Balatro.
I loved me some Balatro. But what I am working on now is Pacific Drive,
Oh yeah.
which. Oh no, not Faith. What am I doing? Mind. Here we go. That only gets me to 88. What?
Yeah.
Ugh. 3 levels in Mind only gets me to 88 FP, and I need 110. All right, we're going to get a great rune, y'all. Don't worry.
G rune. G rune. I'm about halfway through Pepper Grinder, which just came out this weekend, which is a delightful action platformer where your character has a drill and it's all about drilling through, almost like a Dirt Dolphin.
Yes.
It's a Dirt Dolphin video game.
I have been. Oh, there we go. I have been following the development of Pepper Grinder. So very excited. And what did we think so far?
Oh, I'm very high on it. I'm assuming it's not crazy long because I just do think ultimately they might run out of ideas, but they've still been introducing a lot of neat wrinkles. interesting puzzles. The bosses are kind of these like puzzle bosses where you really have to think about your movement, because when you're not digging through dirt, you're like ostensibly useless. But when you're in dirt, you are like moving like a dirt dolphin. Like you're fast and you're powerful. So it's very neat. I'm a big fan of it.
Like a dirt dolphin.
Like a little old dirt dolphin.
Just look at me. I'm just a little dirt dolphin. What do I got now? Oh, so with a Great Rune, I get exactly the amount of FP needed.
Oh, beautiful.
To summon Monsieur Pumpkin. Okay, so
Excellent.
now we should try a little Moog action with Monsieur Pumpkin.
Monsieur Pumpkin. Yeah, Darwin. I think the plan might be next week. Someone to stream some
pepper.
Some pepper grinder. Yeah, because I believe it just came out yesterday, or the embargo was up yesterday. So yeah.
Like I know, it looks very similar to a game that I played and enjoyed a little bit ago called Grapple Dog.
Yeah, yeah, has a similar sort of taking that single core mechanic and really going to town with it.
And yeah, I felt like Grapple Dog did not overstay its welcome. Where it's like, this is exactly the amount of grappling as a dog that I want.
Yeah.
And I never felt
there's a Grapple Dog 2 coming out, which is a little worrisome. That like hopefully you're coming up with some good ideas and it's not just more the same.
But like Tiny Thor also had an interesting like Mjolnir. Use Mjolnir as like a puzzle solving thing, and that ran out of steam midway through. Where it's like I'm done throwing this stupid thing.
Yeah, it's tough to know, especially I don't know if you're like a small team or a solo developer. Like it's tough to see the forest through the trees with that. Something you've been working on that many years to kind of know that this is stretching it, and anything past here is ultimately going to be like, even if I pour my heart into it, just the idea, the caliber of idea just isn't there.
Yeah.
George Lucas with 100 bits. Did you see the news about Naked Gun remake with Liam Neeson? Leslie Nielsen was an all-time great comedy man. Gotta spy hard. Yeah, Liam Neeson's playing the Leslie Nielsen. Which I think works, because Leslie Nielsen was a straight man before that movie, I believe.
He was, but he wasn't just a straight man.
Okay.
My concern is that Liam Neeson is too much of a serious actor, whereas Leslie Nielsen could still be a clown when need be.
Yeah. Liam Neeson has been funny before, but it's been almost, look, it's funny that Liam Neeson is doing this. Like he showed up, he had a 1-episode cameo in Atlanta that was incredible. Like genuinely incredible. And I think the same thing, like one of that show, it was either Extras or the one with Warwick Davis that Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant were in.
Yes.
One of those shows, he had another thing where he, again, just played Liam Neeson. It was the kind of joke was that Liam Neeson is making these comments. So yeah, I am curious to see if he has the range.
Right, and it's like, can someone write that many jokes per minute? You know, like that was the Naked Gun series, the Police Squad series was from a different time in comedy where it was not about like a story and little comedy beats. It was jokes per minute. Get them in. And I don't know if people can do that anymore.
Yeah.
Not to be...
We don't see that in like theatrical movies anymore. Like we don't...
Right.
Yeah.
Like that is not a part of the lexicon of comedy writers anymore.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll be proven wrong, which would be great. I would love that because it's a style of movie that I love.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've apparently just forgotten how to fight Mo.
Oh no.
In the time that we've been gone.
Oh no. Lampy with 200 bits says, Jack, you can use flower jars or leveling up to increase your flower points. making a little FP flower points joke because
Oh.
FP is what the magic points are called in the Paper Mario series.
Oh, flower points.
I see what you're doing.
I see what you're doing, and I don't like it.
Wow. Off
So-
critic.
So there, how about that?
Once again, Big Crank has exerted its will on Jack.
Yeah, that's my big crank energy.
Yeah, Fate, the parody genre. I don't know what happened.
The movies happened.
Oh, the blank. Yeah, just too in your face.
Yep.
And
The
Scary movie,
there was too
epic
many
movie.
of them. The National Lampoon's people, they flew too close to the sun.
Yeah.
Not another teen movie. Meet the Spartans. Superhero movie. This movie, date movie. Like all of the movies, where it was just and it stopped being jokes. They stopped making
Yeah.
jokes.
But it feels like it's been long enough from that
Yeah.
like like, you know what we need? I know we don't want legacy sequels. I know we don't want things to come back.
Yeah.
Austin Powers 4. Hear me out.
Wait. I think they made an
Yeah.
Austin Powers 4 already.
No, we made 3. I promise you, they've only made 3. It was Elizabeth Hurley, Heather Graham, and Beyonce. That's the only way I could keep track of the movies was who was the female lead of the movie. We as a society need Austin Powers back in our life.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think like we are getting to a point where like kind of sketch comedy is rising in popularity again. You know,
Mhm.
like what's Tim Robinson's show?
I think you should leave.
I Think You Should Leave.
Yeah.
Sketch is like kind of making a comeback. What is this? Boost strength. So the answer is maybe, right? Like
Yeah.
maybe we're ready. But who knows?
There you go. Tim Robinson. You are Austin Powers now. No, I
Right?
don't want that. I don't want that. I don't know.
You don't
No,
want
I don't
that?
want that.
I kind of want
don't
that.
want that.
I'm ready for
Have you
Tim Robinson
seen-
to do whatever.
Have you seen Werewolf? No, Werewolves Within.
Werewolves Within. Oh, that is the comedy horror movie, right?
Starring
With,
Sam Richardson, who's like the other guy who's in a bunch of Tim Robinson stuff, and he was in Detroiters with Tim Robinson.
Yes.
But yeah, based on the Ubisoft video game, so technically a video game adaptation. Which obviously the video game is a VR version of Werewolf, the party game, the social game. But the movie is delightful. It is like genuinely funny, and the main Sam Richardson, the main guy, is excellent, delightful.
I believe that. I believe that. He's a
Yeah.
very funny comedic actor.
Yeah.
Blood rain. Blood rain. Moog makes it rain blood.
Oh, poor little our poor little pumpkin man, just covered in blood.
No, he's doing his job. He's taking aggro.
Yeah, your job is to just be covered in blood.
Your job is oh fuck. I was gonna say your job is to like distract him long enough for me to heal. And
Yeah.
by the way, he failed his job because
Yeah,
I needed
there
to
you
heal, and he didn't distract him.
George Lucas with 50 bits. A little shout out to 21 Jump Street. I thought that was a good reboot. I liked the movie, the 21 Jump Street film.
Yeah, but Lord Miller, right? Like people
Yeah.
who know comedy, people who know how to like adapt something in an interesting way.
Yeah.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, 21 Jump Street,
Lego.
right? My Ego, all the things.
You said that because you said Lego weird, right?
Lego, yeah, oh, 100%. I very much said Lego weird.
We're probably gonna get. That being said, we're probably gonna get an Eggo movie. If this Pop Tart movie does good, then God help us all.
God help us all. Yeah, I mean, listen, we had fucking the Blackberry movie.
Yeah, which was actually really good.
We had the Tetris movie. Like,
Yeah.
we have so much. crap
Flamin'
on
Hot Cheetos.
Yes.
Air, the Michael Jordan shoe film. Yeah.
Sure, everyone loves Michael Jordan, but did you know where his shoes came from? Huh? Huh?
If you guess Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, you're correct.
Huh? Welcome to Air. The air up there. Remember that movie?
I remember the Air up there. Yeah, absolutely.
Kevin Bacon?
Yeah. Oh God.
Mr. Bacon?
What a heartthrob. You ever see Stir of Echoes? He had fucking ghosts in his house.
Fucking
He was
what?
haunted. He had ghosts everywhere.
In his house?
He was haunted. He was haunted. He was like the ghosts followed him, so it wasn't even his house was haunted. It's like his fucking life was haunted.
Fuck.
Which, that's a bummer. You can't even go to work and at least be like, well, these fucking ghosts. At least I'm away from the ghosts for 9 hours a day.
That sounds great. That sounds like a movie
Yeah.
I would want to watch.
Yeah, Stir of Echoes, real good. Lampy with 100 bits. Only 5 minutes left. Will Jack switch to the Suika game? Never.
Never.
Absolutely never. Combining the fruits? Not on Jack's watch.
I'm not anti-Suika. I'm just not necessarily a Suika.
Suika agnostic.
enthusiast.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought the 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon thing, Speakeasy. I'm always interested that he was the one who got, like, you could have used that with any actor pretty much of that generation, but
I don't
I'm
know.
always curious why he got the, I don't know, like you couldn't use like a Charlie Sheen or someone, or like, I don't know.
I guess theoretically, I think
Tom Cruise.
like Bacon was chosen because of his vast diversity of roles, and he was an actor who was not afraid to like take schlocky B movies.
Sure, yeah.
And I guess,
yeah, if you use someone too good, it's almost too hard for them to start getting to the trash actors.
Yeah.
I think he was also in a lot of ensemble movies. He was in JFK, which is most important because everyone's in JFK. So if you're in JFK, you're allowed to have a 6 separation game.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking close.
I believe in you. You know who else believes in you? Chicago's own Kevin Bacon. Shout out to you, Kevin Bacon. Husband of Kira Sedgwick.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
is his wife.
Well, I mean,
No, she's famous too. She's the closer.
she's the closer.
You ever hear of The Closer? A long-running series about a closer.
Someone who closes.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
I think like a business closer. Longer. It was just, I don't know. It was out for like 10 years. She was in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. She played the evil sergeant.
She played the evil.
She played the antagonist
Oh,
in
nice.
the hit sitcom Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
great. You know what? I never did. I watched a couple episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Didn't get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So apologies, I guess.
I guess your Andy Samberg's propaganda's not working on us. It worked on me. I like it quite a bit. So it did work on me.
So it did. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy Andy Samberg.
Yeah.
Try attacking. Oh, the
Carl
secret.
Sandburg. Poet. Carl Sandburg.
His dad is
Shout
a
out to
poet.
Carl Sandburg. No, Carl Sandburg was a poet.
Oh,
I don't think it's his dad. It could be his dad.
Yeah.
My dorm was named Sandburg Hall.
oh.
I don't know if he's a Milwaukee dude or not, or I don't know.
I don't believe he is.
No. Well, fuck.
Well, fuck. Hey,
I don't know what to say.
we did it, everyone. We beat Minimoog.
Right at the end of the stream, too.
That
was
came
good-
right
good
down to
timing.
the wire, though, and like Big
Yeah.
Moog has a whole phase 2.
Yeah. Oh no, large Moog.
So this is going to be difficult. While I do love fist weapons, their very obvious downside is no reach. Just
Sure. Yeah.
no
You gotta
reach.
really get in there.
Yeah, you got to really just dig up into the enemies, which I'm okay.
Yeah.
with.
Hmm.
Great, but hey, we made it here. I got to go defeat a Morgott before I can get into the thing and do the stuff. But this is a good place to end, defeating Minimoog.
This is great. Well, listen, you know how we talked before, how I fucked up the last word of that thing? I didn't put stank on it because we didn't have it. Jack, you put stank on the end of the stream by defeating a boss right at the end.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You know what they say? Less stank, more crank, or whatever someone said earlier. I can't remember what it was. Someone said something about Crank earlier.
Someone said something about Crank. That's all we know. But hey, everybody, thanks for joining us today as we kind of remake our way through Elden Ring as we prepare for the Elden Ring DLC. As a quick reminder to anyone who has not yet went over to our Adventures Night card game Kickstarter, there's only less than 24 hours left.
Yes. Woo doggy.
Hop on over there. Get yours reserved today. There is another stream coming up in a bit, right, Marty?
1 hour? Yeah, in 1 hour, Nick and Frost will be back streaming Call of Duty 1.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, starting Call of Duty 1. And then probably no streams this weekend for the holiday. Folks taking some time off, spending time with family. But we'll be back Monday, all the normal streams.
Yeah. Beautiful, wonderful. I'm trying to think of anything else. For anyone, I know like a question that comes up a lot is the remasters of season 1, season 2, side quest 1 and 2. We are working on them. Obviously, it takes a long time to do animation, and we were gone filming for season 4 for a while, but we're all back now. We should have an announcement sometime, but it's going to be a bit. Like we're talking, it's going to be a couple months before things before we can even announce stuff.
Yeah,
because we want to make sure that they're ready for you. So heads up.
Listen,
it's gonna be big.
It doesn't come in a day. Sometimes it comes in like 60 to 90 days.
Sometimes
months.
Sometimes the yanks only come when you crank. You know what I'm saying?
Think about it.
Just everybody think about it.
Think about it. Third rock from the sun. Bye, everyone.
Bye.